The Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Steal. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss. The Browns at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd and 12, Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Yellow, one. Hey, check Megan.
They'll run with Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
This one taken just inside the 10.
take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Brady. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Mon going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Brady will sneak it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Browns 3.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ultra. Go. On the ball. On the ball.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away. And the Browns have regained the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Fournette, a first down carry. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Off the play fake, Mond
Steps away.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. On the move past the 40. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
He's at the 30. 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Go, 38.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Mond looks to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on second down. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the gut, Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And Brady has it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game.
switch up to kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Brady. And Braith, the tight end's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Fournette running out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Mon. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready?
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mon. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe his quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A shotgun give to Fournette. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. Succop's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is going to have the Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Mond. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Mond. Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And they had it there so close to the goal line. A chance to take it across. Claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was. And as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, go 66. Hey, 66. Check it, reload.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Brady. Forced out to his left. And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be it. It's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? It's fielded at the 45. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Right, 97. Hey, check Mega. Get. Wait.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll look to throw.
His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Striker, 3-3.
He'll look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay.
And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.